Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Ross Benjamin, SBR contributor, and this morning we're going to be looking at that Detroit Tigers against the Tampa Bay Rays game. How you doing this morning, Ross?
Very well. How about yourself, Dax?
Doing all right. Looking to see if we can make some extra cash today again. All right, Ross, this should be an interesting match for David Price since he's going up against his former team, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of emotions going around. Now, does that particular factor make this a tough game to handicap?
Well, I think most of the emotions would come from David Price since he was a member of the Tampa Bay Rays organization throughout his whole career up until last month when he got traded at the deadline. However, I think we'll have some early bouts with nerves, but if you consider the fact that nerves with a starting pitcher usually result in some control issues, and if you look at Price's numbers this year, in 26 starts this season, Dax, his control's been impeccable. He's walked just 1 per 6.7 innings pitched. That's phenomenal control from a starting pitcher. He's also gone 8-2 in his last 10 against the money with a stellar 2.20 ERA, a 0.93 whip, a better than 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. To answer your question in a nutshell, it may have a little bit of a factor early on, but I don't see it as having a negative impact on David Price.
So just some regular jitters, you would say, right?
Yeah, that's correct, sir.
All right. Now, what about Alex Cobb? I mean, he's been on a pretty impressive roll himself. Can you fill us in how good he's been lately?
Well, he's having the finest stretch of his young Major League Baseball career. Each of his last 5 starts have gone under the total, and he's certainly been a major contributor to those results as he's posted an excellent 1.06 ERA over those last 5 starts.
All right, now, Ross, you did point out in your article that lately both teams have been playing on the low side of the total. Now, can you elaborate what you meant about that?
Well, the Tigers have seen 11 of their last 14 games on the road go under the total, including last night's 6-0 win at Tampa. The Rays, on the other hand, they've seen just 6 of their previous 23 games go over the total, Dax. So I would say that both of these teams have played on the low side on a consistent basis in this similar type situation.
All right, now I also noticed that you had one of those other reliable betting systems for this game, but what does it entail?
Well, any American League game with a total of 7 or less, which is very low for the American League considering the DH rule, and it involves a road team which is hitting between 265 and 279 on the season like the Tigers are, and their starting pitcher, that's the road team starting pitcher, has a whip of 1.30 or less. They're facing an opponent with a starting pitcher who has an ERA of 4.20 or less, like Alex Cobb has. They've seen 43 of those 65 games. That's 66% of the time go under the total over the last 18 seasons. Even though this total is so low, Dax, I see this one as being a very low-scoring game. I like the Tigers and Rays to go under the total of 6.5 tonight.
All right, my man. Very, very good stuff here. Thank you once again for your valuable insight, and can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow.
And yeah, just one more note. I said
sure.
Tonight, the game goes this afternoon at 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time, and always a pleasure, Dax.
All right, fantastic, Ross. Thank you once again. And for SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd.